You know, when you're trying to get a point across, make learning exciting, you come up with all these different ways to get the message out. And a few years ago, I was introduced to a story that included Snicker bars and Kool-Aid by a former police officer, Linda Reeves. When I saw that, I thought, wow, I could come up with a lot of candy and some great stories that will help young people understand what we're all about at the Center for Teaching Entrepreneurship. Thus was born the Candy Story. Now let me tell you the candy story. At the Center for Teaching Entrepreneurship, we believe that the information that we are teaching now will be so valuable later, and later can be the moment we walk out the room, that right now the information you're learning about business, about yourself and personal finances is quite valuable, and you will be able to use it later. And when you start using this information and people see you, they will know that the star in you has burst through. They will recognize you as a VIP, a very important person. The star in you will burst through. You don't have to be a basketball player, a football player, a hockey player, a gymnast, a cheerleader, or a rock star. Be yourself, and the star in you will burst through. And when the star in you bursts through and people see how important you are, you're going to find that opportunities are good and plenty. You hear all those opportunities, people will come knocking on your door, texting you, tweeting you, trying to connect with you to give you opportunities, because they will be good and plenty. Now, at the Center for Teaching Entrepreneurship, we really do believe that you need your education. We want you to be able to be well-informed and able to find a job or make a job. So we say if you can't get a job, make a job. So along your journey, we realized that all of us want some money. We want $100,000, maybe a little less. Some of us even want to be in the $1 million club, you know, like the real chinga-chingas, people might say. But when you do that, our main goal is whatever you do is to find you a legitimate payday. Get your education in school and out of school, you will get you a payday some way. And along that line, we want you to fully understand that we do not want your bank account or your soul or your mind to be stuck on zero. Nope. Elevate. We want to educate to elevate. So don't be stuck on a zero. Be our hero. Invest in the best, and the best is you. And as we go along this journey, we really believe that as young people, we know you all are going to learn more about life than just money and stuff. You're going to start learning about one another. So our sex ed program, because we're not a teen pregnancy prevention program, but we want you to understand about risk taking. And we say, Ken Cat, you girls, when you hang out with Mike and Ike, be careful, because we don't want y'all to have any sugar babies. We're about business, productive business. And for those young people that you kind of like hang out with yourself, you know, one-on-one, we also want you to understand that Mr. Goodbar, leave Miss Juicy Fruit alone, because when you mess with her, y'all might wind up having some hot tamales. We don't want that either. So as you go on through life, please understand your network determines your net worth. You want to have some friends that you can dial up when you need some information or some help, you need a mentor or something, you need to make the right connections. Remember, dial up some folks, but you got to build those relationships. Your network determines your net worth. And as you go through all this process, you will find that this information is what we call life-saving information. Apply it, and it will make a lot of sense and bring a lot of value to your life. That is the Candy Story.